welcome back to my favorite game of this year that's called Generation Zero. Generation Zero crew has been working really hard, and thanks to the last update we can now do the Fashionista Trophy. Fashionista Trophy is a trophy where you need to collect 200 apparel items. How do you do this? If you've been playing 4 times a row and you have millions of apparel items in your stash already, you go into your account, open up the apparel items and scroll through all of them. When you get out of it, the Fashionista Trophy will pop. If you're new to the game and you don't have those 200 items, I suggest you go around and search some backpacks because that's where they hide most. And then once you've gotten 200 of them, the trophy will pop. But if you are struggling to get the rest of the trophies for one reason or the other, I have previously made a recording that I've been delaying so far because I couldn't do the Fashionista Trophy. Now, the Fashionista Trophy can be done. This is how you do it. So let's start with the gameplay in general. There are 2 types of trophies in a game. Ones that you can only do in a single player game and the ones that you can only do in multiplayer. But there is a thing that prevents further improvement, and once you've gone past that you will have to start from the beginning. Multiplayer mission saving. In a multiplayer game, your mission progress will only save to your local profile if you have previously completed the necessary prerequisite missions, which means if you haven't done the missions before that the others are doing in a multiplayer, you're not gonna get this mission done. You can still play missions started by the host without the above, but any progress you make together on that mission will be lost for you when you leave the host's game. The problem with that is it doesn't quite work like that. Once you go in a game where the other players are doing missions that you haven't quite gotten yet, then these missions do register in your account, but it won't show. In fact, when you go back to your single player game, you suddenly may not be able to start any missions that are below that. What I say by may is definite. You see, when you go back to your single player game, the game thinks that you have already completed the higher missions and therefore will make sure that the other missions become invalid, which means you can maybe even start them, but you ain't gonna be able to finish it. And that's the reason I used to go out there and do the Atom Bunker mission about 20 or 30 times. Honestly and truthfully, I made some new friends doing that, but I could not do the Atom Bunker. So the key to actually get the missions done is you have to do all of them, main missions, in a single player. Which means during which time you cannot log into multiplayer at all, which is kind of ridiculous because you're automatically connected to multiplayer when you start the game. In order to get out of multiplayer game, when you start your own single game, you need to do this. First of all, you need to go and log into your own game. Not a multiplayer, not this multiplayer, but into your own game. You can go and select a character, whatever you like, or you can just continue your own game. Once you're in your game, you're automatically set to multiplayer. To get away from this, you need to press the options button once. It will come up with this kind of a menu there, and over there, you need to choose the multiplayer. It is not the same multiplayer as the beginning of the game, it's a different kind of multiplayer, it's your game multiplayer. So you need to go in it, and over there it says who can join. As a default, you will have anybody, right? And that is one thing that you do not want to do. You want to go and put it to invite only, go to apply and press X. Nothing happens, but when you go out, and when you go back in again, it is on invite only, which means nobody else can join in your game, which means they can't do any missions that are above your level. So how do you do the trophies then? The first one is First Blood and destroy your first machine. That's quite obvious and you can do it with any game. The second one is a Decimation. Destroy 500 machines, and that's self-explanatory. You will need to go around and shoot random machines, and 500 times you need to kill them. Destroy an enemy with a shot fired from 300 meters away. The Marksman Trophy. That's not that easy, but once you have gotten a sniper with a really good 8 to 12 scope below the enemy, and voila, the trophy is done. Siren Call. Use a boombox to lure an enemy. To be honest, you don't even need an enemy. As long as you drop that boombox on the ground, it's a great big radio. You just take it in your hand, put it in your inventory, and use it with a trigger, and it will just lay on the ground, and that's it. Splash damage. Destroy more than one machine at the same time using the M49 Granatgewehr, which is a grenade launcher. I somehow got it with a pistol. I shot them once and the other machine shot the other one with the grenade or with the rockets, and they both exploded, so that's how I got it. But basically you need to find the grenade launcher and this trophy should be yours in seconds. Gunslinger. Use a handgun to destroy 20 machines. Simple enough, use a pistol and destroy 20 machines with it. Operator. Use shotguns to destroy 40 enemies. Shotguns are amazing guns in this game. Even the lowest level of 12 pump action gun is a really good gun. In fact, oftentimes more powerful than the Skierquist that you get later in the game. But doesn't matter which one you use, its shotgun is a shotgun. You destroy 40 machines with it and it's problem solved. Gangster. Use submachine gun to destroy 60 enemies. Unbelievably, submachine guns are my favorite ones. Just use your hip fire, shoot at the right spot. It's got very narrow spread and the enemies will drop really quickly. Commander. Use assault rifles to destroy 80 machines. Assault rifles are exceptionally good against hunters and ticks when you zoom in and when you're far enough. All you need to do is put it in semi-automatic mode with the R1 button, which is a right trigger, right upper trigger, and just shoot. Hunter. Use hunting rifles to destroy 20 machines. A hunting rifle, like a Musa, is really good at the long distances to begin with when you don't have the sniper yet, and is exceptionally good with runners, or in other terms, the dog-like robots in a game. Sapper. Use explosives to destroy 15 machines. Use whatever explosive you have. You either shoot the barrels, use a grenade launcher, use a grenades, put down these little explosive canisters of all sorts you can find and shoot them when the robots are there. It's all great. You're a disease and I'm a cure. Destroy 20 ticks. Ticks are the most annoying robots in Generation Zero. They are annoying because they're small and they're laggy. They jump everywhere and it's very difficult to aim on them. Lately, what I found though, the best weapon for destroying a tick is a really nice assault rifle. And with a scope. Hasta la vista, baby! Destroy 20 Seekers. Seekers are little flying saucer kind of a machines that go around, beep beep beep, crazy up your aim, be otherwise annoying and invite loads of other robots nearby, which is very annoying. The best thing for them is a birdshot shotgun. All out of bubblegum, which is what they look like when they run around aimlessly. Destroy 80 runners. Well, runners are the dog-like machines that run around, pump into you, knock you down, or shoot missiles, or do otherwise lots of damage, and they're just more annoying than they're worth, but they are also easy to kill. So use whatever weapon, point at the gas canister at the back, and they go out with a bang. Go ahead, make my day! Destroy 30 hunters. Well, that's self-explanatory. It would probably take time, but hunters are easily destroyable with shotguns and with assault rifles. Everything else is waste of bullets and time. Even the grenade launcher doesn't do that much. Yippee-ki-yay! Destroy 15 harvesters. Well, that is not an easy thing to do, but it's doable. All you need to do is use whatever guns you have, shoot the weakest points until it kind of explodes. It will take time, a lot of ammunition, unfortunately too much ammunition. You can weaken them with a few shots of grenades. It just takes time. Be patient and the 15 of them will drop soon enough. Say hello to my little friend. Destroy 15 tanks. Although tanks are worse than harvesters because they literally shoot you, they are actually much easier to find and they're much easier to destroy than harvesters. Offense is the best defense. Destroy 3 machines without taking damage. That's best to be done when you're a little bit higher in level. Go back to the lower in level and just shoot 3 random robots before they notice you're there. Hot property. Have 8 machines simultaneously be lured by the same flare. That's simple enough. Just run around when you have loads of enemies behind you, throw the flare and it's done. The real sneaky-like. Use suppressed weapons to destroy 20 enemies. Well, if you're gonna do any of the other challenges, you obviously will come across with a suppressor. You attach it to the gun, and while you're doing those challenges, you will also do this one. Overkill. Shoot a seeker with M49 Granatgewehr. Take the Granatgewehr, which is grenade launcher, point it at the seeker and pop it. Now there's a hidden trophy there, and that hidden trophy is called one shot. All you need to do is shoot a hunter with one single shot. One way to do that is try to keep on kind of running away from them and hope they shoot themselves dead, which happened to me, and that's how I got it done. You could also make a character that has a hacking probability, and when you hack that robot, then with a bit of a luck, they will weaken that hunter enough so that you can use a grenade launcher or a sniper rifle or anything that kind on them. Failing that, you can put loads of gas canister on the ground. When they're close enough, shoot 1 bullet, fingers crossed, quite a few of them will be dead in 1 shot. Fika Club. Unlock 5 safe houses. When you run around, you see this bar up there, right? Up there. Okay, you see that there's this house sign right there. Okay, that house sign will show you that there is a safe house nearby. All you need to do is go to that direction, find a safe house, walk in it, and a safe house unlocked. Gustav Sloppy. Travel 90 kilometers on foot. You just run around until you reach the amount of kilometers. I just called to say I love you. Well, that is a tricky one because you need to go and find houses that have answering machines on them. There's quite a few of them, to be honest, and you need to go and listen to all of them and the trophy is done. The problem is, if you have started the game before, say, April update, you need to go into your menu, into the log, go into the mission, go in it and choose one of the answering machines and listen to that. Okay, you need to listen to 5 of them and that trophy will pop like anything because they have fixed the error. Light my fire! Climb to the top of the 3 different lighthouses. All you need to do is walk around with a shoreline and climb on top of them and this trophy will pop. Folk wisdom. Read 10 different sayings at home. Go into the house of any kind. Then you need to go to the top floor. Next to the beds or in the corners like that, you have something like this. You point at it and it says, "My home is my castle." You need to do this 10 times. Scavenger. Find and take 80 items from the world. Well, as you're doing the missions and things, you will gather those 80 items in no time. In fact, you probably do it within the first hour of gameplay. Engineer. Collect all machine blueprints. All you need to do is go to YouTube, type in something like all the machine blueprints for Generation 0, and that will all be there. That includes the gardener, and that includes the DJ, tourist, where you need to collect all the souvenirs. All 4 of them are the same. You need to go around to special areas, special spots, and just pick up those gnomes and mixtapes or whatever you can find there. If you want me to do a video about it, I can do. It's very time consuming. Failing that, if you want to explore it by yourself, just go to the towns or areas and it will definitely say there whether there's a collectible there or not. That collectible is one of these 4 collectibles. Explorer. Discover 50 locations. Well, the best way forward is when you're looking for missions and things, go to any area that has sort of a a box on a map, go in there and you are almost certainly going to discover one location there, maybe a new mission, maybe some collectibles, maybe a safe house, so it's worth exploring, and 50 locations is not that many, trust me. Tunnel Rat, discover 5 bunkers. It's not difficult because the first 2 bunkers you already do with them. The others are actually within the bunker network system. There are also other bunkers around which are nice and easy. Safe houses except for 2, I think. One of them is abandoned and the other one is just a bunker that has a collectible in it. When you look at a map and then you see the road ending in some sort of a mountainy area, that's almost certainly a bunker of some sort. So go and explore. Spare parts. Scavenge vision module from a machine. That is something that's very easy to do. Usually the vision parts come from either hunters or seekers, or sometimes even in runners. The thing is, you need to level up a bit, maybe get to level 6, 7, and then you will be able to find your own mod attached to a scoped weapon. It has to be scoped. It can't be the submachine gun scope, it has to be the normal rifle scope or a sniper rifle scope. In order to cycle in between the visions, you zoom in your gun and you kind of press the left and right buttons there. And depending on what kind of module you have installed, that kind of vision you will get. Attach a mod to a weapon, well, that's the same as I just said. You find a module by just going on it, clicking on it and choosing attached to a weapon. That's it. Lock and load. Fully equipped level 5 weapon with level 5 mods. Surprisingly, not all of the mods have to be level 5, but I think at least 1 or 2 of them have to be. And in order to get them, you need to be sort of a higher level and have a higher level guns. You can only get them up north. There are certain areas where you find these things more often. One of them is a really brilliant area. This is a FOA facility or whatever it's called. It's pretty much near the Murdalen and Garbhammer, right? It's there, right? Where near the 2nd or 3rd lighthouse there. All you need to do is just walk around and there's a few green office buildings that have quite nice loot there. The other brilliant area that I like to go to get the mods and things is this. Hagaboda, and that's further north, and there's lots of stuff, lots of things going on there. Plus, Stenmyra, this is where one of the legendary guns is. Grenadgewehr over there, so another golden gun. So yeah, all the golden guns and things you can find somewhere up here in the region. You can start off from here and work your way through to this area right there. Great on! Complete all intro missions, which means if you follow the game, if you follow the story, and if you follow and complete the missions, it's all done. If it plays, we can kill it! Well, that's quite self-explanatory, but what you need to do there is complete a Wrench in the Works mission. It's a really exciting mission. If you haven't seen, I made a whole video about that mission only. It's exciting. If you get the machines right and things, you get a lot of battle there. If not, I have literally just run through that mission a couple of times. There hasn't been that much there, but it depends on your luck. It depends on what you hope to get out of it. Elementary. Complete the mission Empty Spaces. Well, Empty Spaces, I believe, was somewhere in between A Wrench in the Works and Behind the Curtain. It's just one of those little missions that isn't quite a mission as such, but once you complete it, you get the trophy. Complete the mission, The Enemy of My Enemy, or My Friend is a Trophy. And it's an adorable mission because that literally is pretty much the last mission out there. After that, whatever you do is kind of a build up to the real ending of the game, and that's not that difficult. But the Enemy of My Enemy can get very difficult because there's a tank guarding it, a herd of hunters, and loads of runners as well. Fingers crossed you can do it. If you can, then the trophy is yours. The Rise of the Phoenix. Complete the mission Behind the Curtain, and Behind the Curtain is the sort of a end mission to Generation Zero. It doesn't mean the game is over, it means that you kind of have solved the puzzle, what actually happened, how the robots got there, and who created it. Now, who did it? It's up to you to guess. I'm not gonna tell you. I have an idea, but you will need to find out yourself. Kill switch! Kill 10 beacons! Well, one of my favorite things to do in a game, because you kill a beacon, you get 500 up to 1,500 points per beacon that you destroy. The easiest way to destroy a beacon is use granatgevär. Once you shoot it, all the machines go and they stop functioning for a few seconds, which means you can leg it and leave them be or kill them all dead. Failing that, use the canisters. Put them next to the beacon, shoot the canister, it will explode. Far more effective way though, wait until one of the runners is close to the beacon, shoot the runner's gas canister at its back, it explodes, and with that it explodes the beacon. Go getter! Complete 25 world missions. That, surprisingly, I got in a multiplayer once I logged into the multiplayer. But I suspect that a go-getter, if you can't do it, although you have gone through all of the levels in single player and you haven't gotten the 25 world missions, then it's time to log into a multiplayer and it should pop almost certainly. Just look into the missions log and try to do some missions there with the others. It's the final countdown! Complete all Wallboard missions. A lot of people say it's bugs, and I thought the same. But, you see, when they mean complete all Wallboard missions, they don't mean complete all the missions with Wallboards in it. What they mean is, you need to complete all the missions that those missions that have Wallboards in it give you. For example, when you were to complete a Wallboard, Sorken Bunker, you will end up clicking on a Wallboard and it would say, well done, you have completed a mission. And now there are 3 more missions. There is total of 7 Wallboards. Every single one of them will give you minimum of 2 new missions. So say all of them give you 3 missions, that is 7 times 3 is 21 missions plus the 7. So you would have to do 28 missions to get it. Do you get it? Good luck doing those, and once you have done all of those missions, including the old guard, you're there and the trophy will pop. I want to be a mighty pirate! Haha! One of the nicest missions. You need to loot something wearing an eye patch. Well, basically what you need to do is walk around, find all the clothes items, which are usually in the backpacks, find the eye patch, put it on you in your profile menu, and then go and open another box. Player 2. Create a second character. You go out of the game, select your character, and over there, create new. That's all you need to do. Postgraduates. Have 2 separate characters with 2 different specializations. So what they mean by that is you need to create another character that has a whole tree with a final of the specializations there. In order to activate it, you need to go on it. You press the X to go for it, and then the square to buy it if you have the necessary points. With each level, you get a skill point that you can spend in your skills. Assist. Deal more than 50% of damage to an enemy killed by another player, which means you need to be in a multiplayer. Make sure that most of the hunters and runners you see have most of the damage done by you, and your teammate will then finish them off. Other than that, that's how it goes. And all in all, it seems to me you need to do all of the missions in order, because if you go too far forward with the main missions, then some of the side missions can't be done. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I did presenting it. And if you did, please give a like. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, and I shall see you again quite soon then. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye!